And then we need to move beyond that to show that every nationality of person on the planet that gets together and asks this country for something gets it. The Korean gets 2 years tax-free. However, once that 2 years is up, Maydong transfers it over to Jiangshou. And then after 2 years, Jiangshou presents it to Meiling. The 2 years tax-free never ends. The East Indian, he has all of the fuel stations and the gas stations. We don't have things in our own community because we have neighborhood committees and bodies that oppose each other. And if you've ever gone to a town hall meeting where whites are opposing having a Walmart put in their neighborhood, everybody in the meeting is of one accord. They know that if Walmart is put into their neighborhood, Walmart is going to suck up every dollar in there and drown everything out. We need to do the same thing. We need to do what we're doing for these kids every chance we get, and we need to have one agenda. And then we need to step to the United States government and tell them we need this amount of money so that they can be educated. We need this amount of money so that the ones that are not going to education can get some other kind of training. And we need to be able to distribute jobs for ourselves. When we have a problem, we need to be able to address them just like the Jewish, the Italian, and the Greek community. If there's a problem in the Italian community right now, this evening, some elder Italian is going to address that. When we have a problem in the black community out of a young black kid, they send the stormtroopers in with uniforms on and everybody's dressed black, and nobody is the same nationality of the black kids that's got a problem. We need to address that.
And it seems like, I mean, when I went to China, it seems like people of other countries respect the power of us as a people more than we respect the power of ourselves. I mean, traveling the world, did you see that? I mean, it's like...
I have not traveled the world as you have, and I'm humbled and honored that you would be here. The only time that I have seen the world, they had me in handcuffs, taking me in all of the different penitentiaries around the planet. But one day when I wasn't angry, and I awakened, and I wasn't ignorant, I was able to sensationalize that information, and I will be able to transfer that to all of these young people that think being an American gangster and being on the wire and all of that is cute. They have missed the 26 and a half years that I spent away from my family, watching children grow up 1 month at a time when my family came to visit me. That's what I want to impart to the young people, that this discipline that I got, I thought being a gangster or being opposed to this United States government was the only form that I needed to take, because I was forced into that the first time. But every decision that one makes is of his own accord, and that's why we have this program down here called Correct Choices. Through our examples and these men, we're going to teach young people through our experiences so that they can make correct and better choices. Now, when they don't, I tell them also, if you go to one of those penitentiaries that I've been in, and I've been in all of those federal, trust and believe there's a guy in there that's waiting for a wife.
And Master Mitchell, in closing, you traveled the world. You done been to Japan. How do they treat the black man in those countries? Almost like a king, am I correct?
Yeah, that's an interesting piece there. I've been in Okinawa, Japan 12 times. I'm going back again in April. 1986 was my first time ever leaving the country. And in Japan, it's like a city that's 20 times faster than New York. You got different cultures. You got walking culture, subway culture. You got the transportation culture. But in terms of the question you asked me about, I was treated like a king in Japan. I was like, y'all call the stuff, the man in Japan. I mean, I didn't want for nothing. All the stories you talk about how Japanese are prejudiced towards blacks, that's not true. Every day a cab came pick me up. Guy took me shopping every day. Really treated me good. My friend that went over with me, made sure she was taken care of. But there's a lot of misconceptions. The Europeans, they don't want us to travel the world. They give you all this bad play. Japanese don't like African Americans. Japanese don't like white Americans. That's not true. My personal experience was a great experience in Japan. I go every year. I've been to Hong Kong, Korea, Thailand, mostly the Far East. But I had some very good experiences over there dealing with the Asians and Orientals. In fact, I speak Japanese. I got culturally involved with the Okinawan culture. And I told my daughter, I said, I would pass or die, let me get buried in Okinawa. Because the people are just different from the people here in America. It's a nice culture, a nice country, and I go every year.
So can we give everybody the name of the center, the goals of the center, and just a brief introduction on the members of the center?
Well, more than anything else, the objective of the center is so that a mind and body can be in a God-fearing faith. Whatever his religion is, we want him to know that there's a God first, there's a man, there's a female. We want him to respect all of them and self. There's going to be members here. Mr. Marvin's got boxing. Arnold's got martial arts. There's another brother who's not here right now. His name is Adrian. Adrian's wife's name is Miss Jackie. Miss Jackie has worked for the Department of Education for a considerable amount of years. Intelligent, very intelligent black woman who knows how to ask the different agencies for monies that we need that will allow us to generate the kind of revenue that we can supply these black kids with what they need to go forward. Every black kid is not going to go to Morgan or the University of Maryland. We need that black kid that's back over in Herbert Street. He's the one with the 9 that tells me from time to time when I see him, Melvin, I don't know where I'm going to get whatever I need, but I'm going to go out and get mine. That's the kid that we need to spend more time gathering in this environment, letting him go up in the recording studio and finding what gift he has and then developing that gift so that he becomes a useful person in society. That's what we're trying to do.
My name is Melvin McDowell. I'm the founder and president, executive director of the Umar Boxing and Youth Development, No Hooks Before Books. One of the first boxing programs possibly in the world that has a legitimate educational component where the boxing and the books are going on at the same time under one roof. I'm here with correct choices so I can continuously help the kids to make the correct choice. And I'm dedicated to what I'm doing, and this program is going to be one of the most successful programs around. You watch.
For getting involved with Umar, Mr. Melvin, I was driving down North Avenue one day. I saw the big for sale sign in the building. I said, "Dang, man, Mr. Williams," I said, I go in there and talk to him about putting that building to use. So I contacted Mr. Marvin, Mr. McDowell, Umar Boxing Gym. I said, let's go down and talk to Mr. Williams about putting that building, into use. And lo and behold, Melvin said he prayed on it, and we came through the door. So we know we put a program together. We go around the schools speaking about the program. Melvin talking mentoring in law. Marvin doing the boxing piece. I'm doing the martial arts piece. We plan, if God's willing, we plan to take this thing to a whole different level. No disrespect to the other groups out there in the United States, but we're gonna get busy. No talking. We're gonna go right to the problem. The problem is these youth. Youth are confused, distracted, uneducated, and my purpose, we all have the same purpose, is try to save our youth by doing the things that saved us. I was a gym rat. Mr. Marvin was a gym rat. Mr. Williams was a gym rat. We stayed in the halls, the dojos, the schools. It saved our life, so I think the things that we learned, we can save other kids' lives. So we call it corrective choices, making the correct choice. Yourself, Mr. Bullet Bam, you got a story too. I remember you from the projects, running around, acting like a wild man. But you end up going to China, martial arts saved your life. We've been knowing each other for a long time. And we gonna do all our power, God's power, to try to save these youth, man, who we know are in big trouble. So our program is called Corrective Choices.